So last night, Arsenal against Newcastle, the Carabao Cup semi-final first leg, and it's advantage Newcastle. They took a 2-0 lead away from the Emirates last night. This was Eddie post-match.
We all have to enjoy when you win, but of course in this moment it's slightly different because you know there's another game, obviously a long time away really, which is quite unusual, but we know Arsenal's quality and we know that the game is far from over. We have to do all the same things that we did tonight and even better to get through in the tie.
Danny, he thinks it's far from over. Someone was messaging me last night close to the club saying there's a bit of work to do yet. What's your take on it? Do you say it is seriously advantaged Newcastle?
Yeah, I do. I think it was a hell of a result for them. And when you think of Newcastle playing at home, especially recently, but generally, they tend to score. They tend to have chances. The crowd gets behind them. They play on the front foot. So if they score one, Arsenal have got to get three just to be level. So it's a great position for them. And there's no way Eddie's team are going to go like what they did in the last 20 minutes last night. Not at home.
Yeah.
They'll go for Arsenal. So 4 weeks, what is it? 3 weeks away, 4 weeks away. It's a long time change.
Yeah, month away.
Momentum can shift.
Yeah.
Players come back, etc. Some players maybe get injured, but they are one hand on the final for sure.
Now, as for you, I saw you on Twitter last night having a pop at Keown. You went full Bart Simpson, didn't you?
I did.
Eat my shorts.
I did.
Martin Keown.
Because Martin's so objective and balanced in his view. And you never know where Martin stands on Arsenal. You know, you always see Martin being very balanced about it. So, as I said on Monday when he was here, I was hoping that Newcastle would dump them out on their backsides. My ideal final, because for reasons that are for the evolvement of football, I'd like to see a Newcastle-Tottenham final. I don't want to see Liverpool winning the League Cup. And I don't want to see Arsenal winning it. I want to see one of the other sides that hasn't won anything being able to get those monkeys off their back and give them an opportunity. So I'm thrilled for Newcastle. But I think this tie is a long way from being done. I think they will not get a better opportunity. If you'd have asked them to write their perfect script, it would have been 2 or 3-0 coming back from Arsenal.
Yeah. So they wouldn't have ever
That wouldn't have been in their mindset, but they've got it now. And they're going to St James's Park, they'll not get a better opportunity. They'll have a rabid fan base that's demanding and cajoling and persuading and supporting them. 6,000 fans.
Under the lights.
6,000 fans at the Emirates last night. Brilliant football fans. So I'm delighted for them. But, Arsenal are perfectly capable. In the same way that Newcastle went to Arsenal and beat them 2-0, Arsenal are perfectly capable of going up to St James's Park in the same way that Liverpool did it to Barcelona and other teams have done it in the past when you haven't expected them to do it.
I don't know if they are without Saka, though.
Maybe.
I don't know if they are without Saka. He's so important to them.
But I would be surprised now. It's Newcastle's opportunity to lose. They are in a great situation. They will score at St James's Park. They will have a fervent fan base. They'll have a pressure cooker of an environment for both themselves and the opposition, and I'm really pleased for Eddie.
Yeah,
do you know they've got Jim, a really nice balance Newcastle at the moment. The last 3 games they've played Spurs, United, and Arsenal, and in each one of those starts of all those games, when they've gone in the lead, they've gone after the 3. They went after United, they went after Spurs, and they've gone after Arsenal early on.
Yeah,
showed great tenacity, energy, athleticism, the lovely balance in midfield. I thought Willett come in and did a great job for Bruno. He's got them at it. They look fit. They look hungry.
But Danny, Alexander Isak, did he show Arsenal last night exactly what they're missing? If the chance fell to him that fell to Havertz, that's in the back of the net.
Well, at the moment, yeah, you could say that. I understand the comparison. Yeah, is Arsenal? Are Arsenal going to be a better team if Isak at his best is playing for Arsenal? Yes, there's a good, strong argument for that. But there's also so much more to it. So one of Arsenal's strengths over the last season or two has been their collective, not the individual. And whether that's Havertz, Jesus, whoever's been playing up top, their work ethic, their press, their durability. They don't miss, like Havertz very rarely misses games. He's a workaholic. He does so many other good things. He comes in and links up. He drops off. He's good in the air in both boxes. Yeah. So you lose those bits if you swap him for someone else. So I get it. Yes, Arsenal could do with an Isak type. Yes, they could. It would make them better.
I mean, I was up at St James's Park, Simon, when Newcastle beat Arsenal, and Graham Jones, who works with Eddie, was saying, I constantly say Isak, get in the box, get in the box. Now, you'd see last night, the first person that Isak was joined by on the pitch after the 90 minutes, Graham.
Fantastic.
Saying, well done.
They build the relationships. I think Isak is a really good player, but this narrative that's being spun out there that he is the next Henry is beyond me.
Who said that?
He is a mile off Henry. He is not in the same class as Henry. He's a good player. He's doing very well, and he's very good for Newcastle. Yeah. But this idea that somehow, I listened to someone this morning. I think it was Lee Clark on the Breakfast Show, suggesting that ultimately he is the next version of Thierry Henry. You're miles off.
Yeah. No, crazy.
Miles off.
Crazy.
He couldn't lace Henry's boots.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.